Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Porsha and Jordan. Porsha calls Jordan out on being a dirty cop, threatens to expose her, you know, talking about, I'm gonna talk to the mayor, I'm gonna talk to the FBI, and Jordan, takes in the other room and pretty much just kind of confesses everything that's going on and why she's doing what she's doing. They talk for a little bit, and throughout their conversation, Portia's like, let's work together and bring Cyrus down. She after she apologizes and understands where Jordan is coming from as far as protecting her son and everything like that. She's like, let's work together. So at one point, Jordan summons Cyrus to the hospital. They start talking for a little bit, and then Jordan collapses. Jordan collapses. Porsha comes over to check her vitals, so I'm assuming that's part of their plan, and I guess we'll find out more tomorrow. But it should be somewhat interesting. I'm liking Porsha a little bit. I think the only thing I didn't like about Porsha was in the beginning with Ava, because I felt like her attitude and just everything was just unwanted. It was unnecessary. Like, she went into her mad hard for being nice and considerate to, just nice and considerate to her daughter. But besides that, she seems like she's a solid character, and I'm kind of I want to see where they're going to go with this whole Jordan and Porsha team up. Now, earlier, Cyrus was there talking to Julian, and Julian pretty much kind of confessed everything, why he needs Cyrus' help. From baby snatching to helping Brad cover up the fact that Wiley was Sonny's grandchild. Now everything, and so at this point, Julian's like, listen, I need you to take care of this, and I'll sell you the bar. What he doesn't understand is after that, Cyrus is like, listen, I need you to kind of just be my eyes and ears or whatever. I need you to get me into places that I can't normally get into. So, the bar is not the only thing that he's going to be, giving to Cyrus as far as his protection. And he will need protection at some point. Now, let's talk about Valentine, Anna, and Alex. So, Valentine's on the floor after being, poked with a needle from Alex. And, she starts gloating over him and talking to him and stuff like that. And kind of being upset. Actually, no, just being upset with Valentine because, she wanted to sit there, like, granted, she didn't want to sit there and have a son by Faison, but she wanted to protect her child. And of course, Valentine screwed that up. But at this point, Anna somehow gets free. And she goes upstairs and she has a gun. And by the way, how did Alex not actually check to make sure that Anna didn't have a gun? I'm still, like, even now, I'm just like, what? Where was I? So yeah, Anna comes upstairs with a gun, and at this point Alex has a knife to Valentine's throat. Now, you can clearly see that Anna has the shot. She has the shot. She can take the shot. But of course she doesn't take the shot because that's what we all expected her to do. So after Alex knocks her out, she takes him to a second location. She takes him to... I'm just sitting there thinking, how does she manage to actually get both of their bodies in that car with them both being unconscious? I just... Okay. So anyway, they wake up in a warehouse, and Alex set a crock pot to explode at some point, and pretty much just blow up the building. And the idea is that once they find bits and pieces of Anna, they'll think it's Alex and move on. Excuse me. Now, the only flaw that I'm still having with Alex's plan is that she doesn't know how to act like Anna. She has no idea how to act like Anna. I mean, not really. Hell, there was one point where Finn talked to Alex and he felt like there was something off, like there was something wrong. And when he was sitting there talking, even when he was sitting there with his family, with Chase and Jackie and stuff like that, he was still worried about Anna. Like there was just something off. So I don't understand how her plan is actually gonna I don't get it. I feel like at this point, Alex is probably gonna have to want him killing Finn, because he's not an idiot. Now at one point, Alex goes to meet Maxie and Peter at the hospital. Now it's just really awkward scene, and maybe it's just awkward to me. But, she sees them, and the first thing she's just like, she says, gimme. And Peter, I mean, he gave it to her, but it was like, that's not something that Anna would actually sit there and do. Like, Anna's very polite. But I guess he just kind of chalked it up to maybe the fact that she was emotional or whatever, and that was her first instinct. Then there was some scenes with Maxie and Peter, and, about Peter's redemption, and he saw his child as a redemption, as a way to restart and reset and kind of just be a better person, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that scene. I mean, I don't think your child, and this is just me. I don't speak for everyone. And I don't have children. But I imagine that, when I have a child one day, I'm not going to sit there and think, well, this is a chance to redeem myself, to make myself a better person. Because it's not about me. So the whole time you were sitting there talking about, this is my better chance to be the man I always wanted to be, it's like, why are you making this all about you for? I think that was my only argument. I mean, that was my only, thing that just seemed like it was just weird and offsetting to me. Other than that, it was just Peter and Maxie talking about, the future, and I'll tell you the truth, it didn't really interest me that much. I'm gonna be totally honest. But I felt that particular part was interesting because I felt like Peter made it more about himself than about his child. Now, let's talk about Chase, Finn, and Jackie. Honestly, tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie. It really wasn't that exciting. They were just talking about trick-or-treating and violence and stuff like that. It didn't really go anywhere. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really go anywhere. The only thing that was somewhat interesting, and I do say it loosely, somewhat, is that after Finn left and Jackie was sitting there talking to Chase, Jackie told Chase that, her and, his father was going to get divorced. That was it. That was literally it. Yeah, I think that's actually about it. It's so weird. I felt like there really wasn't a lot that really happened to that. I think the majority of the reason why I'm feeling that way is because Finn, Chase, and Jackie scenes really wasn't that important. And Maxie and Peter scenes wasn't that interesting. The highlights for me revolved around Julian and Cyrus and Porsha and Jordan. Oh, and and Finn and not Finn, Alex, Anna, and Valentine. That was it. Those are the highlights of this episode. The other stuff was kind of just fluff. And yes, 1 second. I want to read, I think they go by J Sam or J Carly 98. This is about Cyrus, and this is about Cyrus as far as, well, what is the point of locking him up again, of, getting him arrested again? Like, what is that actually going to do? Because you got to sit there and remember that, and granted, she may have made a very good point. I know Brock TV also talked about this, and I actually felt the same way. What is the point of sending him back to jail? When this guy kidnapped a bunch of people, went after people's families, and, targeted people, for like, assassins to kill people. Like, he is making orders from in jail. So whether he's in jail or not, it's not really going to matter. The only thing that I can sit there and say as far as, like, maybe, like, counter-arguing that a little bit is that if they send him to, like, a supermax prison, like some sort of, like, way far out there, like, federal prison or whatever, where, they got him, like, airtight or whatever. That's the only thing, because other than that, sending him to jail is not going to do anything. He was dangerous when he was in jail, so what's the difference if he's in jail or out? I mean, at this point, it's just better just to kill him. Let's be honest. And yeah, that's actually it. I just kind of want to kind of touch upon that a little bit, because I felt that I felt that comment pretty interesting. I felt that comment was pretty interesting, because, and I've seen this around in the comment section when I watch, like, the promos or whatever for GH sometimes, is that everyone says the same thing. What is the point of actually locking Cyrus up? Anyway, if I missed something, it probably wasn't that important, but I think I got the majority of it out. And also apologies for it coming out so late. I actually went to the movies today to see New Mutants, because I haven't went to the movies in a long time. And when I got there, well, I was the only person there, so it was actually great. But with that being said, apologies for it coming out so late, but I kind of saw the opportunity to go to the movies, and I had to take it. And with that being said, let me know what you thought of this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I will catch everyone in the next review tomorrow.